Okay, so this is going to be part 2 of the study guide. All right, so let's take a look at this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be ready too if this thing works. All right, so then what you're going to do is you have 3, you distribute it, right?
Yeah.
So the difficulty about this is that the square root 3 and the 6 can only multiply. The 4, you don't multiply that to anything. And the reason for that is because the coefficient in front of the square root 3 is a 1. So technically you're multiplying the 1 with a 4, which is just a 4, right? Yeah. But we don't need to do that. So what you have is a 4 square root 18, correct?
Yeah.
And then just thinking ahead, you know that 18 is a 9 and a 2. So that becomes a 3 square root 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 4 times 3 is going to give me a 12 square root 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, then you're going to take that 3 and you're also going to multiply it into the 15, right? Which then gives you a plus 2 square root 45, right?
Yeah.
9 and 5, so that's going to give you a 3 square root 5, right? So 2 times 3 is a 6 square root 5. That's as far as you can go. That's your answer. Did you have that? Okay. H cannot have a square root of 8. How do you get rid of square root of 8 in the denominator?
You multiply the square root by top and bottom.
Yeah. So then what happens on the bottom? What's your answer on the bottom?
Just 8.
8. And then 2 times square root of 8, you should know that square root of 8 is going to give you a square root of 4. Square root of 2, which is a 2 square root of 2. 2 times 2 is a 4 square root of 2. But then the 4 and the 8 on top, you can reduce it to 1/2, right? So your answer is square root of 2 over 2, and that is your answer.
Okay.
Okay. All right, next one is you're gonna do the same thing. Times it by square root of 7, correct?
Yes.
So then the bottom just becomes a 7, right?
Yes.
But the top, you get 3. 3 times 7, you want to be careful with this, gives you a 21. There's nothing you can do with that 21. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. It's 3 times 7, which none of them are a perfect square. So your answer stays as is. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, you take this one and you distribute it. So you get a 4 square root 18, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't we say square root of 18 becomes a 3 square root 2? Didn't we say that? Wasn't that the last one? Right here, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So then it's 3 times 4, which is a 12 square root 2, right? Yeah. And then you do the same thing with this times that. So 4 times 2 is going to give you an 8. But then this is a little bit different because you have a square root of 3 times a square root of 3. Do you see how that's different than what we did before with G? Yeah. So then what is that going to give you? It's the square root of 3 times square root of 3, which is then going to give you another 3 without the square root. Do you see that? So it's just 12 square root 2 plus 24. And that is your answer. Okay? Is that what you have? Is that not what you have? Take a moment, soak it in. Yes, you might want to do it yourself.
I'll do it.
Okay. All right, next one. Read 4.
Kinetic energy results in a body motion. We express immediate motion equals 2 times K over M, where M is the mass and V is the
You can just stop right there. That's a lot of fucking words. So what is it asking to find?
Velocity.
So it's V, right? But I can't find velocity because I have a bunch of freaking letters in there, right? So first one is 150. Where do I put the 150?
In the KE.
Good. Then I have 12. Where do I put the 12?
M.
Great. So let's do this. V equals square root 2 times 150 is 300, right? Yeah. Over 12. Do you see how the square root extends to the numerator and denominator? So it's just square root of 300, square root of 12, right? Let's start with 12. 12 is easy because that's a 4 and a 2, which then becomes 2 square root 2, right? So that's a 2 square root 2. 300 is a little bit more difficult, but we can probably do like a 25 times 4 is 100, right?
Yeah.
But 4 times 3, because there's 300, is 12. Do you see that?
Yes.
Do you see that I'm going with us?
Yes.
Okay, square root of 25 is 5, right? Square root of 12, well, didn't we just do a square root of 12 right here? So it's 5 times 2 square root 2, right? Do you see that?
Yeah.
This part cancels. So what's your answer? Your velocity is just 5. Is that what you have or no?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. Okay, Pythagorean theorem. Go ahead. What are we finding here?
Find the value of x to one decimal place.
So that's like 2.4 or 2.8, right? Just one tenth of a place, right?
Yeah.
So this is what we're trying to find, x, right? Okay. Right angles right there. Pythagorean theorem is what?
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Okay, c squared is gonna be the longest side. Which one's the longest side of this triangle?
The longest side, 25.5.
Also opposite a triangle, right?
Yes.
A and B are just the short legs. It doesn't matter which one you want to do. You could do x as the a squared, okay, and b squared. We do 24.1 squared, right?
Yes.
You can use a calculator. You said.
Yeah, scientific calculator.
Okay. You didn't give you one. I have a scientific calculator. Okay. All right. So go ahead and calculate it.
What is it similar to this?
No, a scientific calculator is just simple buttons. There's not a lot of there's not like a screen there or anything.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Because we usually just use those.
Oh, okay, that's a scientific calculator. Like this is a graphing calculator, so it's different. So 24.1 squared is 580.81. And then 25.5 squared, 650.25. So then you want to go ahead and subtract that, minus 580.81, which is 69.44. And then your scientific calculator should have a square button. So we're just gonna square it, which is gonna give me a 8, x is 8.33. Or because it's one decimal, it's just 8.3. 8.3 feet. Make sure you put a unit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. All right. 2. What are we trying to find? Any big hurry, you know. Yeah. Although I do have to leave and take a much more class later, so you should care. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Anything else? I need you guys to be careful, please. Fine.
If what is FH?
FH, so I like to highlight it. So FH is this diagonal. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is a right angle, so you know that this is a right angle, correct?
Yeah.
So we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Which side is the longest side?
The longest side would be probably EF.
EF is the longest side. Is EF opposite of the right triangle?
No.
You know that the longest side is always opposite of the right triangle, correct? Okay. So c squared is what we're trying to find. Is FH squared, right?
Yes.
In A, I'm just gonna put 4 squared. B is just 7 squared. So that's 16 plus 49, which is 65 equals FH squared, right?
Mhm.
Then you're gonna do the square root of 65, which unfortunately I don't think you're gonna do anything with it. 65 divided by 5 is 13. So that's just what FH is. FH is square root of 65, and that's as far as you can go. Now, because you have a calculator, it is possible for you to go ahead and just use a calculator. I know that square root of 64 is 8, correct?
Yeah.
So I know 65 is probably 8.1, right? You could say
Square root of 65 is 13.
65 is not.
No. Okay.
It's 8.066.
No, my bad.
So you could use that like that way too. Okay. You ready for the next one? You ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 3, go ahead.
Given a segment having endpoints 11, 7, and 16, 6, find the length of the segment.
Okay, so first part is find the length. Length means distance formula, right? Distance is, what's the formula?
X 2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared.
You could do y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared. Doesn't really matter because it's commutative property, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you label x1 if you're not sure. So this is x1, y1, and the other one's x2, y2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so then when I plug this in, it is 16 minus 11 squared plus 6 minus 7 squared. So that is 5 squared, which is 25, 1, which is square root of 26. And that's as far as you can go. Can't go any further than that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. B, what are you supposed to find?
Well, I'm gonna Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So find the midpoint. What is the midpoint formula?
The
It's really easy. You just add the x's together, divide by 2. You add the y's together, and you divide by 2. That's it. And that gives you the midpoint, the coordinate. So make sure you write that down. So that way you know.
Okay.
Okay, so then let's plug those numbers in, right? So just look at x 11 plus 16 is going to be a 27 divided by 2. 7 plus 6 is a 13 over 2. That is your midpoint right there. If you have a calculator, don't be mean to your brother. It's 13.5 and 6.5. That's your answer. You need to go play your piano first, and I'll give it to you. Take Emma with you. She needs to play her piano too. Do you see that? Did you do that? Go ahead and do that, please. Well, you need to do it more than 3 times, sweetheart. Yeah. Okay. Go on.
Almost.
Oh.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, number 4. Read, please. What are we trying to find?
The verticals of the triangle element are, determine whether the triangle has 3, 2, or no sides of equal length.
Okay, so we have 3 points, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to label it on the triangle. So L, M, N, right? So -2, 0, and you label it. 0, 3, and then 2, 0, right? It's saying which sides are equal, correct? So what are the sides we need to find? Well, if you're looking for the length, length means what?
Distance.
Distance. So you're going to find the distance of NL, distance of LM, distance of NM. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let's do that. NL. You know what to do. Remember how I set it up for you like this? Do you see how I set it up like this? Grayson, look up. Just like this. Then you look at NL, just go -2 minus 2 is a -4 squared, right? 0 minus 0 is a 0 squared. So that's 16 plus 0. So that's 4. Right?
Yeah.
That's how you put NL. Do you see how I set it up?
Yeah.
Now, next one, LM. So put LM, put a distance, squared, squared. Do you see how easy that is?
Yes.
Then LM is this one with this one. So -2 minus 0 is -2 squared, right?
Yeah.
0 minus 3 is -3 squared, right?
Yes.
So then you have a 4, 9, 13. So already you're like, okay, these two are not the same, right?
Yeah.
Last one, which is NM, right? Set it up again, squared, squared. So NM, just go 0 minus 2 is a -2 squared, right?
Yes.
3 minus 0 is just a 3 squared. So that's going to give me a 4, 9, 13, right? And guess what? Which two are the same? Not all of them. And L is not. You could say that LM is congruent to NM, which is 13. And that is your answer. So how many sides? Just 2 sides are equal length. So you got to answer the question. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So go back and I want you to try it on your own for some weekends. Okay, number 5. What are you trying to find?
I'm not done with it.
Okay, you need to hurry up, please. I need to move on. Okay, question number 5. What are you trying to find?
The coordinates of the verticals of the
How long
okay.
is each side?
Each side of the quadrilateral.
Okay, so here we go. A, B, C, and D. Right?
Yeah.
So how many sides are there?
4.
4. You have AD, which is same thing as BC, correct?
Yes.
And you have AB, which is same thing as DC, correct?
Yeah.
So let's find the distance of one of them. So find the distance. Let's do AD, square root. Remember, just set it up exactly the same, right? So AD, so 1 minus -3 is 1 plus 3, which is 4 squared. -1 minus -5 is -1 plus 5, so that's positive 4 squared. So that's 16 plus 16, which is 32 square root. The square root, you can break it down to 16 and 2, correct? Which is 4 square root 2. That is for AD. Now for AB, so you can find the distance of AB as well. So you do exactly the same thing. So when we do this, AB Or I'm sorry, is it AB? Yeah, it's AB. All right, 1 minus 6 is a negative 5 squared. Negative 1 minus 1 is a negative 2 squared. So you're looking at 25 and 4, so square root of 29. That's as far as you can go. So AD is 4 square root 2. AB is, oh, you know what? It's a quadrilateral. Shit. It's actually not exactly the same because I thought it was a rectangle. So we can assume that these are the same. But I do know that AD is 4 square root 2. AB is square root of 29, right? So I would technically need to find BC because it's a quadrilateral. So who knows how long the sides are? You know what I mean? Like you can't say the opposite sides are the same. So they do the same thing over here. So then distance of BC, you have to find the distance. And you also have to find the distance of DC. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing it. This is just a lot of fucking work. Okay, so you find it, and then I'll compare with you. So BC is B and C. So 6, that's 11. That's 11. So the 121, 242 square root. And DC is going to be negative 3 plus 5 is a 2. Negative 5 plus 10 is a 5. That's 4 and 25 square root of 29. So those are the 4 sides. Do you see it? Right there? Right here? All right. So I'm going to have you go ahead and catch up with that. Okay? And then for B, what are the slope of each of the side quadrilateral? This is garbage. You literally have to find the slope, which is a slope formula. So I'm going to have you do that on your own. M is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's a lot. So, excuse me. Go ahead and do that, please. So we just found out the distance, but now we're going to find the side, right? The slope of the side. So you have slope AB, right? Because you have A, B. Let me just make sure I draw correctly. A, B, C, D. Wait. A, B, C, D. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
And then slope BC, slope CD, slope AD. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have your points. So AB is going to be this one here and this one here, right? The slope is 1 plus 1, because 1 minus negative 1 is a plus 1. 6 minus 1, which is 2 over 5. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. CD. CD is this one here and this one here. Negative 5 minus negative 5, negative 5 plus 5, negative 3 plus 10. So it's a 0 over 7, which is a 0. Okay?
Yeah.
AD. AD is this one with this one. So negative 5 plus 1 over negative 3 minus 1. So it's a negative 4, negative 4, which is positive 1. Okay? BC. BC is this one here and this one here. So negative 10 minus 1, negative 5 minus 6, negative 11 over negative 11, which is a positive 1. Okay? The only two that are same are AD and BC, but it doesn't actually ask you for that. Okay? Is that okay? Okay, C. What does it say?
What's the quadrilateral is it?
Okay. So from the distance over here, which two sides are the same? AB,
Yeah.
AB, and DC, right? These two are the same, correct? But those two are different, right?
Yeah.
But then slope-wise, BC and AD have the same slope. So they're parallel. These two here are parallel. So you could say that BC is parallel to AD, correct?
Yeah.
So going back to this one here, BC is parallel to AD, correct?
Yeah.
So think about it. What kind of So they're gonna be parallel like this, correct?
Yeah.
But the top and bottom are not equal, correct?
Yeah.
But this part is equal, right? I'm just gonna rotate it. So like what we're looking at is like, okay, so A, B are same, correct? AB is the same thing as DC, right?
Yeah.
Actually, we could do it this way. What shape does that look like? Because look at this. This side is not equal to this side, okay?
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. This side is equal to this side. These two sides are the same, right?
Yeah.
This side is not equal to that side, right? And they're not. But I do know that this side is parallel to this side. So what shape is it? It's a trapezoid. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it says what? Explain your reasoning. Just say, well, AB is equal to DC because they have the same length, right? And you can also say that AD is parallel to BC, correct? But AD is not equal to BC, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can also say that AB is not parallel to DC, okay? So it's a trapezoid, okay? All right, number 6. Go ahead and read. What is it asking us to find? Do you want me to give you a second so you can work on number 5 for a second?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, all right. What does number 6 ask you to do?
Which of the following best explains the student's error?
Okay, so a student proves that every right triangle is isosceles by setting coordinate as shown. PC equals A. Okay, and then BC equals A. Okay, which of the following best equals the student's error? Every right triangle is isosceles. So PC is from, he's saying every right triangle, so this is a right triangle. It's trying to say this part is equal to this part, right?
Yeah.
Which will make an isosceles triangle, right? Isosceles triangle just means two sides are the same. This one is not the same, and this is a right angle. That's what they're trying to prove, right? It's saying PC, so from P to C, it's A, correct?
Yeah.
And that's correct because from here to here, this is the x value, and the x value is A, right there, right? But then it says BC from here to here is also A. Well, that's assuming that the x here is equal to that right there. And we can't always assume that, right? Because you're saying if x is equal to y. Do you see that? If this for here is A, why is this part A? And why is that part A? Does that make sense? So the proof is not correct because the assigned coordinate do not result in a general right. That's not necessarily true. The proof is not correct because the assigned coordinate results in a rectangle. That's not true either. The proof is not correct because the assigned coordinate do not result in a right triangle. That will probably be my answer right here. It's saying like, okay, just because two sides are the same, like these two sides are the same, right? And this one's not. Is that a right triangle? That's not a right triangle, right? We can have a 60, 60, and 60, correct? Or we can have a 50, 50, like these two sides angles are the same. Whoops. But then this has to be an 80. Do you see that? Yeah. So I will say it's D. Does that make sense though? But I mean, this is a confusing one because look at the ones that you know for sure it's not going to be yet. Result in a rectangle, that doesn't make any sense, right? So absolutely not. The proof is correct. It just says it's not correct. It just says find the error, right? So that's definitely wrong. The proof is not correct because the sine coordinate do not result in a general. See, that one, if you picked it, I was like, okay. But in a general, I don't know, that the wording is a little weird, does not result in a general right triangle, whereas corner did not result in a right triangle. So the word general is a little bit odd, but I think the best one is probably D. Does that make sense though?
Yeah.
Okay, last page, guys. Okay, let's go. What is 7 asking you to do?
Draw general.
What the hell is a general right isosceles?
Draw a right isosceles triangle on a corner plane.
Isosceles just means two sides are congruent, correct?
Can we search that out to see if that's like an actual thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just another way of saying right isosceles.
I think it is.
But they want to be really nasty.
So draw me a isosceles triangle on a corner plane. So you draw the corner plane, give me an isosceles, and I'll look it up. Quentin, are you studying? You're coming down in 15 minutes. Are you studying? I have the chicken bake ready for you. Come down, please. Oh, it's a general what? What is the wording again?
Right isosceles triangle.
I'm not doing this. This is taking fucking forever. I'm gonna skip it for now. So, did you draw it? So I will just draw something here, to here, to here. Or actually, no, hold on a second. This needs to be a little bit smaller. To here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
These two are the same. Do you see that? If that's gonna be the same, I will say that this is gonna be 0, 4. This one is gonna be 3, -3, comma 4, right?
Yeah.
And then this one will be, this step here is 3. This has to be 3 as well. So it's -3. So, well, no, I'm just drawing it really badly, but this is gonna be 1, comma, hold on a second. This will have to be -3, comma, +1. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay, so looking at this, prove the diagram as isosceles triangle. You will find the distance of these two, right?
Yeah.
The distance of those two, and you'll find the distance of these two. The distance should be 3 and 3, okay?
Yeah.
And that's it. Prove that the median for the right triangle is perpendicular. Median from the right triangle is perpendicular to the bisector of the hypotenuse. Perpendicular bisector of the hypotenuse just means this line right here is going to split it in half. So you'll find the middle part of this, the median of this, correct? This actually is a lot of work, so I'm not even gonna. Hopefully, it doesn't have that one. All right, number 8. Let's go to number 8.
Oh, okay.
Do you need me to help you with number 8, 9, all the rest of these? Because the rest of these you actually did with the rotations and stuff. Did you do those yet?
Yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, this is my test results for
No, I'm saying this right here. Did you do this? Like question 2, 3, 4. This is all translation. We already did this. Do you remember how to do this? Did you do it yet?
I didn't do it yet.
Okay, then I'm gonna pause this and you do it yourself because I don't need to feel the need to. You can do your stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and so. Y negative x. Do you want to check your answers for number 1 to 4 with me? 1 to 4, check your answers. Translation, reflection, rotation, right? For these.
Yeah.
Okay, check number 2, 3, 4. If you need help,
X because counterclockwise, I thought it was y negative x.
clockwise for 270 is negative yx, correct?
Yes.
Counterclockwise is y negative x.
Yeah, so I got negative
So-
negative 5. But it said
Is
negative.
it, it's y negative x, correct?
Yes. Or negative 1.
No, it's y negative x. Okay, 270 clockwise is negative yx. Do you see that? 270 counterclockwise is y negative x.
Yeah, but, oh, okay. Okay. My bad.
One, two, 4, 5.
4, you got 0 and negative, or, okay.
Yeah. So, for 5, these are the coordinates for GKH, correct? 90 degrees clockwise rotation. So, first translation, this is the first one, right? If it's a 90 degrees clockwise rotation, and it's about the origin, so we don't have to do where we like subtract whatever point it's focused on from your point, then add it again. Do you remember that crazy process we did? Yeah, we don't need to do that because it's about the origin. What is the equation for 90 degree clockwise rotation? It's clockwise.
Okay, wait, clockwise 90 degree. Y and negative x. Y negative x.
It's y negative x.
Yeah.
You positive?
Yes.
Okay. So this is x, y. So it's y. It's negative x. Oh, it will be negative x because if I start right here, it will go over here. So y will come first. Negative x, y, x, I don't know. Okay. Okay, and so then your G prime will be -3, +2. K prime will be -1, -2. H prime is -5, -1, correct? That's your first translation. Your second transformation is it's just going to be x plus 3, y plus 2, correct? So your G double prime, 0, 4, K double prime, +2, 0, H double prime, -2, 1. And that's your answer. Okay, so for number 6, reflect C across line AB. So this is AB. I'm just going to put C right there. Reflect it over here to point C prime, right? Let's we know about the relation between C and C prime. You can say that the line AB is the midpoint because it's in the middle, right? Of C and C prime, correct? That's one thing. And name the other relation that you found. If AB is vertical, be reflected over the y-axis to get C prime, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but AB can also be horizontal, but we don't know. But I mean, we're just assuming, right? That's why I say if AB is vertical. I don't know. I think that's about it. I don't know what else there is to say. Let's go back to the other question. The other question was what? It was a general. What was the general what? General. What was it?
Draw a general right isosceles triangle on a coordinate plane.
What is general isosceles right triangle? Is that it?
Mm.
It's just a regular isosceles triangle. Okay. Just two sides of equal length, right triangle has 90 degrees. That's it. Does that make sense? Okay. The one that I want to get back to, is that the last one? Yeah, that is. Okay. The one I get back to is this one right here, number 7. But let's do number 9. Okay, so if M 3 to -2 is the midpoint of ST. So here is ST. M is the midpoint, right? Which means this side is equal to that side, right? So you know that SM equals MT, correct?
Yeah.
M is the midpoint of ST and point S is 0, 8, correct?
Yeah.
What is the coordinate of T? So you're trying to figure out what this one is, okay? XY, correct?
Yeah.
So this is the one that was kind of hard to do. We've gone over this one before, but it's been a while. So you set it up. You know the midpoint formula basically says 0 plus the x divided by 2 have to equal the midpoint, right?
Yeah.
So for the x values, right, it's 0 plus that x, right, divided by 2 equals the midpoint. What's the midpoint for x? 3, correct? So you're going to solve for x. Do you remember how to solve for x? You times it by 2 and then you minus 0. Do you remember that? So to get the x by itself, you got to get rid of the 2. Opposite of a divided by 2 is times. So what's 3 times 2?
6.
6. And then you got to get rid of the 0. Opposite of a plus 0 is a minus 0. So 6 minus 0 is?
6.
So 6. So this is 6 right there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
They're giving you the midpoint. They want you to find the other endpoint. That's a harder thing to do, right? Now, for the y values, okay? You know 8 plus this y divided by 2 equals a midpoint, which is -2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do the same thing. How do you get rid of the 2 right here? You want to get the y by itself, so how do you get rid of this 2?
Multiply on top.
Yeah, -2 times 2 is?
-4.
Good. How do you get rid of this +8?
Subtract it.
-8 plus, -4 minus 8 is?
-12.
Guess what? There you go. 6 comma -12. That is the other endpoint. Do you see that? On the positive right there, you go ahead and catch up with the last few. Write the equation of a line perpendicular. Okay, so perpendicular already, you know that it's going to be, if it's the slope, you flip it and put a negative, right? To the segment with the endpoint, this and this. Okay, so through the midpoint of the segment. All right, so the endpoint, you have this point here, this point right here, right?
Yeah.
This line, we need to find the equation of this perpendicular line to the segment. So if it's perpendicular and it's also a midpoint, it's gonna be in the middle, correct?
Yeah.
And it's be like that, right? This is the line that we need to figure out, correct?
Yeah.
So let's find the midpoint, which is this point right here. Do you see that midpoint?
Yeah.
So -5 minus 6 is a -11 divided by 2, correct? 4 plus 6 is a 10. 10 divided by 2 is a 5, correct?
Yeah.
That's your midpoint. -5.5 comma 5. Okay?
Yeah.
That's your midpoint. Now, to we have a point on that, but how would I be able to find the slope? Write the equation of the line perpendicular to the segment with endpoints. But I need to have another freaking side. Let me see. I remember doing this in one of the other questions. It's been a while. I don't remember what it was. Hey, if you're gonna do this, you cannot just. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So we're gonna just withdraw this then. And I need to get a grid. Okay. Draw general isosceles with the coordinate plane. I want to stay with the positive, so let's just do maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe just do 2. 2 here. Oh my gosh, come on. Pen's not working. Let's go ahead and keep trying. One moment will work, hopefully. All right. Here to here, right? To here. Do you see how these two sides are exactly the same?
Yeah.
This is a 0, 2. This is a 2, 2. This is a 2, 0, correct? So there is your isosceles triangle, right? And it makes sense because these sides are the same and it's a right angle, right? Okay. So we drew that. Can you read A for me? What is okay? Draw a right triangle on a corner plane. Prove that your diagram is an isosceles triangle. So to prove this, let's label it as A, B, and C, right? So for B, to prove it, you got to make sure that AB is equal to the distance of BC, correct? So then how to do the distance formula, correct? Distance formula of AB. Distance formula of BC, correct? All right, so for AB, it's going to be 2 minus 2 is 0, correct? 0 minus 2 minus 0 is 2. That's 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So the distance here is 2, but we already knew that, right? Good. Distance of BC. BC is over here, correct? 2 minus 0 is 2, correct? 2 minus 2 is 0, right? Square root of 2 is 4. Square root of 2 is 4 is 2, correct? So it's saying this part is 2, right? So then I could say AB equals BC, which is 2. Do you agree with that? Yes. Prove that it's an isosceles triangle, correct? Yes. All right, prove that okay. If you need to prove that it is a right triangle, we technically need to prove that the slope of AB is perpendicular to the slope of BC, okay? Slope of AB is perpendicular to slope of BC to prove that this is a right triangle. Does that make sense? So slope of AB, y, 2 minus 2 equals 0, right? Yeah. 2 minus 0 is over 2. So the slope of AB is 0, right? Yeah. It's 0. Well, take a look at the slope of BC. It's a vertical line, right? Yes. Vertical line is undefined. Isn't that what undefined is? Yes. So here's the thing. Perpendicular to a 0 slope, which is a horizontal, right, is undefined, which is a vertical. If you plug it in, it's going to be 0 minus 2 over 2 minus 2, which is a negative 2 over 0, which is undefined. Do you see that? So because this slope is 0, AB slope is 0, and BC slope is undefined, and AB is actually a horizontal line, and BC is a vertical line, they are indeed perpendicular. Therefore, they are 90 degrees. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Prove that the median from the right angle, oh my gosh, here we go, is perpendicular bisector to the hypotenuse. The median from the right angle, which I don't even know what the hell it's talking about. I don't remember the question that we did this last time. Not sure. Now this part right here, correct? We're going to find the equation of this line that's perpendicular to the 2 endpoint, right? And the 2 endpoint is negative 5, 4 and negative 6, 6, correct? All right, so if I can find the slope of this blue line, I know the slope of the purple line because the purple line is perpendicular to that. So I just take the slope of the blue line, flip it, and then put a negative sign to it, right? So let's find the slope of the blue line, okay? 6 minus 4 is 2, correct? Negative 6 minus negative 5, so that's negative 6 plus 5 is a 1. So the slope is 2. Do you see that? What slope is perpendicular to 2? Negative. Yeah, so this line here has a slope of negative 1/2. Do I also have a point of this line? Yeah, this midpoint, which is negative 5.5 and 5, right? So y equals mx plus b. Y is 5. Equals m. M is a negative 1/2, correct? X is a negative 11 over 2 plus b. So guess what? This actually makes it a little bit easier because I have 5 equal, negative times a negative is a positive. 1 times 11 is 11 over 4, correct? Yeah. Plus b. So b is equal to 5 minus 11 over 4. You put a 1 right there. Change that to a 4, change that to a 20, correct? Yeah. So your b is 20 minus 11, which is a 9 over 4. Do you see that? Yeah. So now that you have that, here's your equation. Y is equal to negative 1 over 2x plus 9 over 4. That is your answer. That is this purple line. That's the equation of that purple line, which is perpendicular to the endpoint, which is the blue line with the two endpoints. Do you see that? Okay, so let's go back to my other question. This one is exactly the same thing. It is saying, prove that the median from the right angle is perpendicular to the bisector of the hypotenuse, right? Okay, so the median, hold on a second. Median of the right angle. This is the median, correct?
Yes.
Is perpendicular to the hypotenuse. Well, the hypotenuse is this pink part right here. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to find the slope of AC, correct?
Yes.
Slope of AC is going to be 0 minus 2, 2 minus 0, right?
Yeah.
Which is a negative 2 over 2, which is a negative 1, correct? So your slope of this pink line, I'm running out of fucking colors, the black line, okay? Which is that bisector, correct? This black line is a perpendicular bisector on the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is that pink line, right? So that perpendicular bisects that. So the slope of that perpendicular bisector is going to be a positive 1 over 1. Do you agree with that? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to say that's it. And then if you really want to be fucking fancy or whatever, you know that this is a perpendicular bisector, which means that serves as a midpoint, right? You can say the midpoint of AC, and you just do the midpoint formula. The midpoint is going to be 0 plus 2, or I'm sorry. For the x value, it's 0 plus 2 divided by 2, right? For the y value, it's 2 plus 0 divided by 2. So the midpoint here is just going to be 1 comma 1, which is exactly where it is, right?
Yeah.
And you can say that's going to be the midpoint. So for part C, okay, you could say the slope of AC is negative 1. The slope perpendicular to that is positive 1. Midpoint of AC is 1 and 1, and that's it. We're all done, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you take that upstairs, study it. If you need to watch the video, I'm going to post this on it for you. And